My father was a great man. A hero, so they say. Sometimes the world doesn't need another hero. Sometimes what it needs is a monster.
What we're trying to do in this film is to present him in all the different lights that he was seen in. You know, he was a warrior, he was a prince, he was a leader, he was a fighter, he was a family man. He had a family. He loved his wife. He also was a very fair ruler. And he was a man who stopped the Ottoman invasion of Europe. He stopped it dead in its tracks, which is a historical fact, you know, in this tiny little country, you know, he actually was the man and the army that stopped it.
I think there are clever historical references in it, but at the same time it's a huge, huge action adventure of one man's journey to sort of save his kingdom, as it were. And then it takes a rather evil twist.
Like all vampire stories, you know, there seems to be ever more mileage in this legend of a fiendish character who is now immortal and looks in the mirror and doesn't see himself and survives on human blood.
These guys actually existed. I think it makes it, yeah, it embeds it in some reality, and therefore the fictional side of it, or the fantasy side of it, I think you can enjoy more in a way. It becomes that's kind of like a little treat to the historical truth of it.
To take on a role that is sort of comes from history, so I'm playing a historical character. It's incredibly exciting to merge fiction with fact in a historical story. It's very, very cool, very, very cool.
I understand you have a weakness for silver. He is waiting for you.
It's a story of torment and sacrifice and love and heartbreak and extreme humanity. There's a lot of humanity in this story which you wouldn't expect from a story about Dracula, and that's why it's different. It's about the human emotion that drives this story. From the second you meet Vlad, you see a human, you see a man with emotions, with care and love, and violence and power. There's a lot driving this man, and he has to use all of them in equal measures throughout the film.
This take on it, I think, is as original, or possibly more original, than anything we've seen to date.
I see the devil inside him! Do you think you are alive because you can fight? You are alive because of what I did to save you!
The world